If you're listening, bro, I'm not saying this twice because this is going to be the darkest you ever hear. Now check this out. The archetypes that rule you will rule you for the rest of your life, and there's nothing you can do about it. That's what no therapist will ever tell you because they don't study Jung, and it's illegal. If your unconscious wants you to stay home and be a loser, the only thing you have control over is the time frame, how long you want to be a loser. Listen, everything coming down from God is good. And when something goes wrong in your life, you ruin your relationship with God trying to change his will. Even bigger than going to God, watch me get a bunch of hate for saying this, get off social media. Here's your best sleep you've ever had. You went to a lake house with your family, everyone had fun, they were playing in the water, you got tired in the water, you guys go back, have some marshmallows, and you touch your bed and you go to bed. You don't look at your phone. That kind of vacation sleep, that's how your whole life should be. If you know how to manipulate energy, you're golden, right? Zherka, for 3 days I was negative. Well, you lost. It's over. Don't come to me anymore. You lost. I don't even want to help you anymore. It's a great movie. Okay, you just didn't understand it because you'd never had a black friend. Yeah, I thought it was a great movie. Same with Napoleon. Why did it get such... Napoleon's the greatest movie I've seen in 10 years. It's a really good movie. I don't know what the we're talking about. I'm going to live in Miami. Like, when I'm there, I'm never leaving. So I'll be there for the rest of my life. I was in 260. I think I was 255, and now I'm a lot less. But that was like Percocet weight, like from low activity. Hold up. What was I saying? The black pill, yeah? Okay, guys, think of your unconscious as one in the chat if you're listening, bro. I'm not saying this twice because this is going to be the darkest you ever hear. And just transmute Heal Mike's psychic issues with yours. Okay? Your unconscious that is like a pool where you kind of look into the reflection and you don't really understand your shadow. Could have some nice shadow traits. My shadow traits made me have this awesome life, but it also comes with a lot of bad, right? And making the unconscious conscious is how you individuate and become whole as a person, successful and happy. Not happy, whole. Nobody wants happiness. They want to be whole. That's the feeling. So, for example, you don't know your unconscious traits. Like, the reason you're with your girlfriend is not because you love her. It's because you don't want to end up alone. But what are you saying that there's nothing I do enjoy her company, and I'm saying you put up with her you don't want to end up alone. That's how it works, correct? That's how it works. And you can never actually use your brain to unravel your unconscious. It has to be triggered through trauma, and then it gets repressed. So even then, or through therapy or psychic revelation, right? So now check this out. The archetypes, there's infinite, and they're surrounded by symbols, right? So think of Neptune. The symbol of Neptune says a lot. It's a thought form that's packed with a bunch of right? The deep unconscious, the mystical, the delusions, the world of fantasies, water, all that. Think of it, the little trident, right? Symbols are surrounding an archetype. In the zodiac, let's say there's 12 archetypes, right? But there's infinite, bro. Your brain can just whop, 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 whop. Now check this out. The archetypes that rule you will rule you for the rest of your life, and there's nothing you can do about it. That's what no therapist will ever tell you because they don't study Jung, and it's illegal. This information I'm telling you right now is illegal. That's why 5 therapists at that party freaked out when I said it, and I destroyed them in the debate. It got quiet, and I'm so glad it's not live. But because they understood Jung, and one of the therapists said to me, well, can't you just change your archetype? No, you can't. If your archetype that rules you is like a Vegeta type, anti-hero, well, Vegeta changed at the end of the series, but he's still Vegeta. He's still the same guy with development. That's unconscious becoming conscious. That's the individuation process, but he's still not Goku. He cannot be Goku, right? If you're obsessed with documentaries, Rome, you will never get chat to stop watching documentaries on. It's ingrained through their soul since they're 5 years old. You can never get a human, and if you did get him to stop watching fascist documentaries and tanks and all that boy stuff, he's ruled by the ruler archetype. If you got chat to stop being ruled by that obsession, who would chat be? A hollow zombie. You cannot switch. If you have the ruler archetype, I want the Rolex, I want money, I want power, you're dominated by that. If you have the beta male, never want to grow up archetype, you never want to grow up, you just want to party, blah, blah. You're ruled by that. That means you're fighting that for the rest of your life. If you know you're a beta male, you'll never have a quick fix, ever. That's why people click on when I was a beta in Japan, they're like, how the did you switch? Dude, what are you talking about? It's something you have to go back to and fight for the rest of your life. You know? I'm a perfect example who a bunch of my unconscious shadow traits became conscious and I stopped doing them. Right? I made a life out of that shadow. And Mike, his shadow is in full form right now. There's the trickster archetype that wants chaos but also gets him views. So it's how do you juggle that? The positive, negative, right? If you're ruled by the trickster archetype, you become a fat, expensive YouTuber. Hey guys, new YouTube video because you didn't get attention from your parents maybe as a kid, or that's most YouTubers. But now if you're ruled by the trickster archetype and one of your parents dies, you go on to crack and other things. That's why Mike looks very healthy to me. I know this sounds crazy, but his father passing was very recent. And he's dealing with a lot of unconscious, pent up, like, what can you do? That's a you're going through that. But he's going about it all wrong, right? And this is the darkest thing about the world, is that if your unconscious doesn't become conscious, it will build up for years. And then you start fighting everyone. And I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. Like, here's this Fight Club analogy. If you get Mike 10,000 viewers doing desktop streams, do you know he'll miss this? You know how much he misses this? Pulls at me to go there. There's something about the devil that is, I've never seen anything prettier in my life, man. Like, the devil is a force, and the best looking version he comes in is the mirror. You don't even know how attractive. Mike ain't make money off this stream, and he still gets pulled to the dark side. And you don't know the dance with the devil. It's euphoric for your animal nature. Your higher self don't even it. It's not even mad. Your higher self's not even mad at the devil. Just, I don't want it. That's what's scary, is like, you every day you have a desire body. Okay, we're getting a little deep, but you have a desire body, a world of desires, and some people's desires are Epstein level, billions of dollars. What's darker? Let's go to kids. The desires are never quenched. You can't fill that hole without God. It's impossible, dude. You don't need sunlight to grow a child, because there's an invisible sunlight called God that raises you, fills you, grows you, and you're a seed turning to a stalk, stem, and a rose. But guess what? At one point, some trauma you go through in your life happens, and you go, no more sunlight for me. No more. Not until I find out what happened to my leaves. What happened to my connection with my father? What happened to why is my stalk bent? And you stop growing with God. You stop growing towards God. And that's a scary place, bro. Why do you think when I lived with Mike, I was lit that he looked at me, he's like, dude, it's been a month, I haven't thought of anything bad. I'm like, yeah, I'm good at this, bro. Like, you want to live with me? But I said that if he knew what was in my head, bro, that was the first month, I didn't think of anything bad. I used to be a very negative guy. Loved living with this dude. Loved it, bro. Like, you know how many hoes we ditched just to laugh us two? But Mike and Zherka, our shadows are huge, man. Huge. These are the only streamers that will get stabbed on stream type. You think Sweater does this shit? No, that fat ass can't even die from a knife. He's too fat. He's worse than you. He's worse without you. Here's the truth, man. Even if I'm there, you think the nights I don't go out, he won't go? He will go. You know, I'm not doing that coping thing where it's like, it's not my fault, but yeah, it's my fault. But if I have one night where I'm like, Reina, can I please you? And Reina goes, no, but we can watch Moana. Yeah, okay. What do you think Mike's gonna do? You think this dog is gonna stay home, or is his tail gonna start wagging for blood, man? Have you guys never been in this mode? This mode is not. People are like, man, it's the alcohol. Yeah, but it's not. It's. I'm telling you, therapists hate when I say this. He'll do it sober. That frustration Mike has, a lot of unresolved shit, just like me, just like most streamers. By the way, girl streamers, anyone who's a streamer, 90% of them, if you meet them offline, they went through some, and it gives them this aura of like interesting. Like you want to watch them because you love the scars. You're like, what if I get those scars? Like, holy shit, psychic scars. You can sense this shit. Right? Every e-girl I ever met, they're like, yeah, I was right. Now I'm an e-girl. I'm like, what the girls, guys, they're the entertainers, bro. They're running from something, bro. They can't turn it off. They cannot turn. You think entertainers can do what I do? Like, oh, 10K views, now 1K views? They can't. Dude, if I don't get paid, I'll have a mental breakdown too. But if you guys knew how much money Mike was making when he wasn't in danger, you'd see how stupid these streams are, right? I wouldn't want Mike to do these streams for 70 bands a month, but at least then there would be some kind of talk about it. These streams aren't like that, are they? No, man. I'm talking to Mike right now, right? I'm not talking to you. I can't talk to Mike because I feel like I'm farming it. So I'm saying chat, but I'm really saying like, dude, bro, you were the first 13K first streamer on Kick. Well, that's when we got in a bar fight, but you were doing 8K without that.
Black Jew donated $5. Do you only focus on the mystic stuff when picking books? Or did you also read basic business books like Rich Dad Poor Dad, M16 and Wanna Be Successful in Life? Which books should I read?
I never ever have read a mainstream book, and I never will. And for business, I hired a mentor, and I literally 2 hours a day, I couldn't learn. I couldn't just read the shit. Boring. So I just threw him a bunch of money and asked him a million questions. And pretty much the advice was, outsource all work so you can stay creative. And he ran my bank account, like he overcharged me, but I skipped the queue, and now we're here, and it's great. Percentage to Dimmy, percentage to Dead. Got E involved, and getting a couple more therapists into my website. I'll take 70% of those therapists. So we're growing at a rapid pace, yeah. But yeah, I've only read psychology books that are intertwined with mysticism. Because before psychology, the practice was this thing called magic, like working with the unconscious. Because look, the unconscious is a mammoth. You feed it peanuts, you appease it, but eventually it takes you to the street fight. There's nothing that will stop that. And that's what's scary about you guys, is if your unconscious wants you to stay home and be a loser, the only thing you have control over is the time frame, how long you want to be a loser. But as soon as you stop being a loser, it's going to walk you back to your room to be a loser, and you have to get out, and it's going to walk you back, and eventually that relationship starts going this way, and you start switching. But what happens when it switches? Even bad stuff happens there, but at least you're out the room, right? And so if you're an introvert, therapists are stealing your money by saying you can fix it. You're going to be fighting it, your psychological complex, for the rest of your life, but it gets way better.
Donated
That's the good part.
$5. Zherka is from a family with a strong masculine father, pure feminine mother, a twin brother and an older brother.
How'd you know that?
10 genetics, 6 feet 5 inches, olive skin, European, beautiful face, and still.
Thank you. Yeah, I swear to God, only when I stopped trolling, because people are like, I like your motivational, I love your trolling, but I needed to hear that. And I get that hero complex. I'm like, oh, I'm saving people. And, I start going harder on that. And then I started thinking to myself, I am an idiot for thinking my family is common. I guarantee you 90% of chatters had families. That's why I feel a responsibility. Like, I talked to my brother, Mr. Therapy guy, and he said, well, what's the other side of the outlaw? You love the chaos, but what's the other side, the ideal self? I'm like, I'm a hero. And he said, don't you feel weird when you make just content about trolling? If you're getting thousands of emails saying you saved me? I'm like, yeah, but I saved these thousands. They're with Christ. They're cool. I did that with the Holy Spirit, And he said, yeah, but why go back to it? I'm like, I'm a funny guy. And he's like, oh, you're done saving? And that really me up. When he said that in our private server on the call, I said, I'm not done saving. It's just a little break. And he said, no, dude, you take breaks from being Batman and there's people out there trying to kill themselves watching your content. I'm like, they watch everything. They don't just watch me. And he said, you're too old to be dominated by the trickster. And I need, in my head, I'm like, I need breaks. I want to do some troll content, but I'm really changing gears because not only is it paying a lot more, I never realized I'm the father archetype to a lot of chatters. But if you have a platform, whether girl or guy, you're playing mommy or daddy. That's what you're doing. And I'm tired of being a bad dad, half dad. It's like an age. That's Saturn Law and Order. Yeah. And I glow a lot more when I'm like, I tell chat to do something and then I show you guys the opposite, what I'm doing. And then you guys don't do it. But if I'm doing the right thing and then you guys go, oh man, this guy gets doing the right thing. I want that life. That's a better magnet. That's the official magnet, right? But yeah. But now again, I'll always be fighting that chaos. Like if I would be such a if I said, you're not going to see me like that. Yeah, you are. Because if you're ruled by an archetype, it's inevitable. Could be in a year, could be in a month, could be... Yeah. But this is the first time in my life where my paycheck went up and I didn't sabotage. I don't sabotage the paycheck, but I sabotage the work ethic in trade for chaos. And this is the first time where I'm like, nah, dude, order is... I hate to say it, but I don't love order like I love chaos. But I love it on you guys. That fills me, dude. Like, the gayest quote ever is, life starts... No, I'm just making this quote up, but this is how I think these corny quotes go. One, if you're listening. Life starts when you start doing things for other people only. Not sometimes, only. That's your career. And I'm like... I can't believe how much time I spent trolling, dude.
Rabbi_Shmuley
so
donated
horrible.
$5. Advice for 6 life paths in life, but especially in career.
6, usually they have good family restaurants, but if you do business with your family or something close, it's not that bad. But 6 is a very introverted number, So I always say, if you're not balancing your opposite, your unconscious is going to build up and it's going to snap. So let's say you're an introvert, and if you're not being extroverted at will, holy are you in for a rude awakening. So you got to play opposites. You think I want to go on that Raj show and stay with they're good people, but not for me. But I did it because balancing that opposite gave me a new door. And you'd be a if you didn't do that in my shoes. Like, what are you going to just... There was a time where I was like, okay, I'll stream drug deal and go to the club once a week, twice a week, just to keep network. And, even a year after, I said, God will punish me if I just deal drugs. I did it one more time a year after with... Yeah.
5 Jackson donated $5. What's the best way to isolate yourself from people who bring distractions when you're trying to focus on yourself?
That's the thing, dude. It's never people. If you're ever trying to change people, you've lost. You're not God, dude. You have to change the inner. That's what prayer is. God, give me the strength to work 12-hour days so I become that millionaire that I know I'm becoming. You don't say, God, give me $1 million fucking dollars. That sounds like a devil contract to me, right? Like, and the devil will screw you over on that one. You get Diddy and get a 360 deal out that, you know? Like, God has never, hey, give me a Ferrari, and he sends you a Ferrari. No, he'll send you the mindset that gets the Ferrari. That's why the Ferrari feels like, wow, this is fun, because you got it yourself. And I say yourself because if I say God did it, which God does everything, which literally means don't talk about it, right? But yeah, there's a longing you have to be with your higher self because it's floating up there with God. It's like an after image, and it's a mold that you have to fill in with yourself, kind of like the anima. Like every girl you date will try and fit this mold of your perfect woman, the anima. And when she's not fitting it, like your perfect woman doesn't swear and she starts swearing, you start arguing with her because she's not fitting your perfect mold, even if she's a good girl. And if you have an issue with that anima, because the anima is built from all experiences you have with sister, mom, girlfriends, all females fit that angelic archetype of like female. And women have that too. They have the animus. That's why they're so into me. They're like, man, that guy yelled at me. He's such a fatherly animus. He fits the mold of like a man. You know, and people are desperate for that mold. Like you are desperate. Like the mold I want you guys to focus on is your higher self. You need to actually, if you have a picture in your head of you wearing some nice blue jeans coming out of a Ferrari, go buy those nice blue jeans. You're halfway there, and then steal the energy in your head that you have when you have the Ferrari. And that energy is smiling, working, networking, extroverted. That's the guy you have to be. Right? Yeah, and that mold is for everything. People are like, well, what moments of my life should I not focus on the mold? Stupid. Every second should have that mold in your head. When I buy a coffee, I go, be extra polite. Be extra polite to this because that's the higher me.
I am Rian Price donated $5. Birthday September 19th, 1999. Life path 11. Making a living doing short-form content but expanding to YouTube. Any advice?
Advice, I'd say, number one is always, if you have friends in the game, you go up faster. But number one is value. Bring value and it'll go viral.
Born on August 24th, 2004. Hitting 11 life path.
Oh, we're not
doing this. Can I make it in life money-wise?
It doesn't matter.
I'm lost right now.
It doesn't matter. You have an 11, so you're going to make... Your problem is going to be how to control your emotions. Because you're going to make it and still be a little bit.
Don donated $5. Advice for a guy who grew up without his father, trying to find my place in life at 19. Dad died when I was a kid and my brother got locked up for life when I was 7. Just been me and my mom.
You got to grow up, bro.
Jordani donated
You're the dad
$5.
now. I'm the dad. We're all the dad.
To believe the genetic
you're 16, you're the dad.
The family we're born into is random. Ugly short people with bad parents had to have done something to anger God. Beauty and strength are the pillars of God.
Well, in Egyptian secret texts, it says that certain planetary alignments are healthy for kids, and you have to save up the energy. You can't just be piping your wife all the time. And everyone does babies wrong. That's why everyone's different heights and different symmetry but good-looking babies came out on good alignments that you're supposed to. Like, that's what chanting is panting when you're piping and, you're trying to make a healthy baby. That's like piping someone is a form of magic. If you're going to bring a soul onto Earth, yeah, and your karma got to be clean. So, yeah, 99% of people born on Earth are born on the wrong alignments. That's why they're ugly, right? That's according to Hermetic texts. I don't know. I'm not God. Jesus told us occultism is satanic. Occult means hidden, right? That's all it means. So, yeah, there's a lot of hidden stuff that's satanic, but there's a reason why he spoke in parables. There's also stuff that's hidden there for higher level, higher minds. Are you and Reina having a fling? I don't have flings with chicks, bro. Unless it's like for content, bro. But I don't do that. What the f? You're either my like what's that called? You have to be my girlfriend for like 3 weeks, and then we'll see what happens. You can't just be a fling. That means like I'm sharing you with the. No, I need your passwords. What the hell? Yeah, Paul. Paul. Genuinely, this is what I think about Christianity. If there's any bitterness to being a Christian, you're not a Christian. Like, there's nothing bitter about going to Christ. You know?
Eve Book donated $5.
So, yeah.
Our Father who art in heaven, God is the cock and heaven is the pussy.
What the fuck? Okay. Yeah, anyways, what was I saying? Yeah, I was saying some good stuff there. There's definitely stuff you should run with, because this angelic being that, we pervert these angelic kind of sun rays from God. This angelic being is being perverted by Mike. And, you want freedom, and then it turns to liberation. And liberation from what? From order. This angelic kind of archetypal phenomena that's in all of our brains is pushing Mike to do stupid shit, and he has to unpack it. And usually people have to a lot of it gets unpacked at rock bottom, but the problem is when you're an entertainer, there is no rock bottom, because it's always going to boost your career, which is your identity. A part of it is your persona, how you reconcile with the world, like just the mask you put on for the world. And not to say that he's fake, like everyone is fake. Like, you guys don't know what color underwear I'm wearing. That's a persona, right? If you guys knew everything about me, then that's the real me. But I'm wearing pink. But yeah, that's what I mean by everyone. Like, I have a thin persona, so it's fun to watch me. But my persona to myself is very thick, I don't like to be reminded of my whole self, because my whole self is very, like, when I'm live and awake and conscious, I feel very, oh yeah, Jesus gang. But I know the other parts of me. Well, I don't know it. They're always going to be behind me, but you guys can sense that. And, I have to unravel that slowly. And some people, like Goggins, will dominate their unconscious. And they'll tell you can change anything. And yeah, you can change anything. The issue is you don't want to. You like these patterns. So you got to make the patterns healthy.
Samael Don 888 donated $5. Life Path 20 has own a small casino/game room. Any suggestions for life?
You're not a 20, bro. 20 is hidden 11. And we know what we say about that. Worst street fight experience. What is this called? Measuring time? Bro. We're not doing that, bro. What is that? Like, yeah. I've never bled too much like this, but I have been, my head's been double the size I've been jumped. I deserved it.
Joe donated $5. You say praying is a good thing, which I agree, but why does Gary think it's demonic?
Does Gary know? Gary knows better than
Zherka's
Jesus.
Underwear
What?
donated $5.30. Drop merch, but some decent design shirts that people would wear. Also, Atelpian born on
Would you guys wear it?
23
Some
day
Jesus
of year.
King merch?
Advice?
Advice? Don't leave your house, bro. Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap it up soon, but what were we talking about? Yeah, basically Mike's shadow is unraveling before our eyes, and a lot of the shadow traits are also good, so he'll identify with the good ones. But the ones that are pulling him to get stabbed, he needs to address. He needs to actually talk to his higher self and be like, hey man, the higher self is a projection where you go, oh wow, you're living a great life and not in pain, and you're close to God, and you're at peace. You're not happy, you're at peace. That's the ultimate bliss. And you never ask that higher self, how do I get there? Because like, you seeing how you get there. You never knows how. But you're looking at him like, are you real? And He don't wave, he don't smile, he makes the same face you do. So if he's disappointed in you, you're disappointed in yourself, you need to go back to that, bro. That you with wings, you have to go to that, Mike. Yeah. Yeah. Tell him to stop taking mollies. Well, he doesn't do drugs. All he does is his prescription Adderall and the alcohol, which is a potent mix. Amphetamine with depressant, that's the fight mix. Like everyone who does, or let's say coke, if someone's doing coke and alcohol, that's a fight mix. Even you don't even have to be a fighter to fight on that stuff. That's yeah. Only thing worse would we're not talking about that, bro. Like what the, because at the end of the day, it's the drugs and stuff like that is they're superchargers, right? Someone said, why does the higher self sound boring? Dude, the higher self is in a Ferrari with a hot babe and he's calm. He's not jittery like you when you get a 4 out of 10. Like, how the is that boring? The higher self is when you've had good dates and you were like, she thought you were whole, so you felt whole, like you got your life together. What are you talking about? You should be in love with your higher self, right? Because all you do all day is talk to your lower self, your animal nature, your desire nature, and you trust me, you want to be at my point where I brag about how much money I make, but I don't need it, right? I just want more. I will have more. Excuse me. I already have more. It's coming. Like, let me correct that. Now, bro, Mike been taking Molly since Texas. No, he hasn't. No. You can tell who's on Molly. Like, that's not. What are you talking about? Yeah, bro. If you drank alcohol with that much alcohol with Molly, you know how much you'd be puking. Like, are you? You should bring Sneeko to Kosovo and. I mean, yeah, he's invited. This is gonna be my hometown buddies, and I think Mike's coming. He better come if he's doing this kind of shit. Eric Dubé's views on Jesus. I don't give a about anyone's views if they don't believe in Jesus. Like, bro, I'll listen to you teaching me how to shoot a basketball, but if you say you don't believe in Jesus, I'll never take you serious on religion. Like, that's... I'm not the kind of guy who's like, yeah, go Jesus. I tried it, it worked, and I stayed around people who tried it, and it worked for them, and then I have 180,000 Christians who it worked for them in the comment section. Like, yeah, we're not experimenting with your ways. No. Yeah. Jesus is the world's soul. Oh, Mike's calling.
Mike. Good news.
Hi, Pat donated $5. What's the difference
We're live,
between
yeah.
praying and meditating?
One, text me your email. Sagan's going to send you the VOD so you can have it early, so you can react to the whole thing. So
it's 40 minutes. It's like right before the fight.
I mean, I don't.
I
don't gotta do that. I already saw Diddy was wanting it to happen.
Yeah, but yeah, no injuries, no orbital break, no bad vision, nothing.
Yeah, it's the cut under the eye.
Needed. No, yeah, it's good. They can't really stitch it up, so I just have to make sure I'm on top
No,
of it.
but none of the white got hit. Yeah.
Yeah, none of it. Yeah.
Yeah. That
definitely the whites got hit. You know that guy got arrested a year ago for assault.
Oh.
His mugshot and everything. Yeah.
Oh,
you also want to hear something crazy?
You going to jail?
I had this Backstreet Boys outfit. It's going to be crazy. You're going to like this, and so are your community. And he can back me up. It's not even talk. I'm in this white-ass outfit, and we're trying to leave. I go, a red tie would look so funny. It would look like 2005, a loose red tie.
Yo, why? Wait.
A red tie.
This is the worst outfit for blood. He's like...
Listen, you have to hear this. Oh, yeah.
Look at the outfit, bro.
I'm going to return these clothes tomorrow. I bought them today. I'm like, can you take these back? They don't fit me. Yeah.
Nah, you should keep them.
Yeah, I'm wearing them tomorrow on stream if I get on band.
Mike, bro. Dude.
I'm going to be safe. I got it. But you got to hear this. So I'm looking everywhere for a red tie. This is important. Everywhere I go, I can't find a red tie. All the stores are closed. I go, whatever. A red tie would have been good. Damn it. A random lady who was at the mall alone when we're waiting for our Uber goes, red tie. She goes, you need red on you tonight. The demons will get you if the red. I swear to God, you have to defend me on this.
No, it's true. Some random old lady.
Old lady who was at the mall alone goes, you Get red. It keeps the demons away. Red's your lucky color. Wear something red with that.
That's so weird.
And she goes, I'll do readings for you. I was like, dude. I was like, well, and I didn't get the red tie, and then I finally got the licking.
So does that
What the?
Swear
Wait, why did?
God on my family?
How come you
That's
didn't? How come you didn't get in the Uber?
I tried to. The Uber driver came out. Did you see that?
What?
VOD, you see everything.
Dude, he chased me down to the Uber. I opened the door,
Yeah.
and he was banging on the Uber's door. The Uber driver goes, whoa, what are you guys doing? Got him between.
Oh, what the?
And they pushed the Uber driver out the way. Oh, me and the Uber driver had to talk to police. They pushed the Uber driver out the way. And we circled the car 4 times. I go, bro, there's 10 of you. Like, he's like, it's a one-on-one. I go, you guys are all friends. Like, what? It's a one-on-one. I go, one of you guys are black and it's dark out. I can't
What
see.
the?
Fair. It's not even a fair fight. Like,
Yeah,
where
black
is
people
it?
hate
Go.
white people.
Dude, and I'm like spinning around the car. I'm like, I don't want to fight. I'm drunk because I was hammered.
Yeah.
And dude, it's crazy. That's why I'm still spam messaging Eddie. I was like, you gotta post a VOD. I go, these guys followed me to the car, pushed the Uber driver. The Uber driver's like, what's going on?
Honestly, bro, that VOD should be on your YouTube channel if you're gonna post it.
Yeah, I'm posting the full VOD to the YouTube
I
channel.
told you he's got. Look at him. He's a scientist. You want to see what he also got? Look at this, Mr. Nightcrawler. Look how sexy these are.
Yeah, that actually looks really good. Oh wow, that's really good.
Right?
What the hell? Why do you look better there? What the fuck? That looks really
My
good.
fit was fire today. You should have saw my fit. I wore a completely sideways white hat too.
That's the
I was looking
gayest I've ever heard, bro.
Well,
No, I did the
don't
same
wanna
thing.
tell
I had
you
a
what I got
visor
from.
where my
Alright.
hair comes out, and I wore it upside down, sideways.
Important stuff. I'll call you back.
Wait. Can I talk to the nurse real quick?
No, you can't.
Tell her I
talk to
want
the
to.
nurse, sir.
Tell her I want to shoot a
No,
load. Let me shoot a
stop.
load. She's the second nurse is fine as shit. Yeah, she would fight if she saw me. Dude, she would. You know, I've never had a nurse that didn't try me.
Pipecock donated $5. Difference between praying and meditating? And is meditating satanic?
No, intention's satanic, but meditation opens you up to thinking. Like, there's 2 types of meditation: mindfulness, it's more imaginative and active, and emptying your mind. Emptying your mind is good for those guys who want to get possessed, or it's good for lowering anxiety. But I've always meditated by releasing everything about my world, my inner world, my real world, my superficial world, and then filling it with God. So I've never meditated without God. I don't really get the Eastern thing, you know? I think a relationship with your coach gets you further in life than having no coach and doing it yourself. But 90% of the time, I do have the psyche that I am God. Not that I am God like the creator and stuff like that, but he wants me to say I am. I can do it myself. I am a millionaire. The blessings are just the wheels, right? Or excuse me, the fuel, right? But yeah, like I act alone in my action, but in my faith, I've never been alone since I became a Christian last year. So haven't been. Well, there's days where I'm alone, and I'm sure you know which days. Like you could see it, but I always come back because we are of the flesh. We slip a lot. Yeah, I mean, how many times do you guys fall off the God's horse, God's white horse? I fall off God's white horse and fall on some Latino white, 3 times a day, no cap. That's low. What the? There's way higher than that. Yeah, mindfulness is a good way to put it. And I use symbols when I meditate. So, symbols that mean a lot to me. Usually, it's not symbols that I'll create. It's like, there's always a symbol that'll remind you of your dad. So it'll trigger memories for me, and then I pray for my family. And Like, I'm sure, what reminds everyone, what's a symbol that's a dad symbol, right? Probably a hot dog. Like, our parents don't really eat that, but they'll always bring you a hot dog from Costco. So if I get that kind of triggered thought, I'll have a quick prayer. And yeah. And the prayer is more like a flex of I stopped thinking about Twitter and superficial to go back to family. And it can't be dark. I used to have dark prayers about like keep my family safe. Dude, it's not a drama, bro. It's not, that's ritualistic prayer. That's not good. That's drama that you don't want. It's not that it's invoking anything. It's just there's nothing God ever does that's bad. Everything is your warped perception. Because listen, everything coming down from God is good. And when something goes wrong in your life, you ruin your relationship with God trying to change his will. But the truth is, it was going great for you before that. So you fell off the beat. You fell off the path. And another thing is, like, if you've ever had those dreams where you wake up and that nightmare's over, yeah, one day you're going to wake up and all your suffering it's over. You're right. I don't know if I should share this. Yeah, people who have had a psychedelic trance, I've never done psychedelics, but I'm talking about in other ways. If you've ever bathed in the solar splendor of God, if you've seen it, as much as it fades and you forget, you always feel like, wow, the ending's good. Like, if you've ever had that. So there's some people who are like 30 who, I don't know, I'm talking about the spiritual guys. Religious guys never really feel that. But I'm talking about the guys who took it far, right?
I am Ian Price donated $5. Wanted to genuinely thank you, brother, because you played a fundamental role in bringing me to Christ in my life. Has changed 100% for the better.
I'm talking about visually seeing it.
Margarita,
if you've ever triggered that part of your brain.
Zherka, when a parent loses a child and blames God, what's the right way to give advice?
I would never give someone advice that's going through that. They need understanding, right? They don't need advice. They need care. They don't need advice. They need someone there. They don't need advice. That's a very like MTV way to look at things. But the trials and tribulations people go through, I don't want to like make it small, but everyone loses their family one day. And the pain's going to be the exact same for everyone. So, if we're all on the same train, all you got to do is say, what does my family want me to do? And I'll tell you this, bro. Most people who lose a family member never carry out what their family wanted for them. They just forget. And it's horrific. And the fulfilled people actually complete their family's wishes, right? Or this is the worst part, is if you don't know what they wanted for you. But maybe you guys weren't close. And yeah, like, bro, growing up, you'll have a watch that you hate that one day you will stab someone if they try and take it from you because your dad gave it to you when you guys were like, when you were a kid. That's like a part of carrying out their energy. Their energy has to live through you or else you die, right? Like, how that energy brought you here to life and you're telling me you can go on without it? Yeah. I think The best thing my dad ever gave to me was unlimited confidence. Yeah. Well, he still does it. Like, we still... If you guys knew how close I am with my dad, you guys would be like, yo, that's a little too close, bro. Like, you know what I mean? We're like... Like, Mike would look like a stranger if you saw me with my dad. Mike would look like a stranger to me. Like, that's way close. And Mike would say the same thing about... He was super close with his dad. Like... But Mike's a soldier, man. You know, when his father passed, he's like, got his life going. Popped off, did everything. And then, you know, it unravels like this, but he don't stop. There's so many people who freeze after something like that. This guy's never frozen, bro. He just keeps going. Yeah. Yeah. He's about 6 feet. Yeah, no, as much as I would love religion for you guys, it's not really the black belt of spirituality. You know, spirituality is you alone. Like, the church ain't gonna do much for you, bro. The religion is just the white belt. You gotta get into it, man. Then it's about you. Yeah. I don't have an exact date for anything, you know. I'll just go with the... first of all, I gotta get you guys that documentary, so we gotta pick that up. That's happening. That's priority one. And then Miami, and give you guys some normie content and just spike viewers like that. And then what's my boxing update? I won my trial by snapping right in the last second, and now I'm just getting surgery. Like, I just need one of them anyway, really. Yeah. Well, I don't like to say that live because it's like people have to get me. And like, well, I just always think that. Like, you know how streamers are? And I'm like, bro, just wait a bit.
Bird Rodeo donated $5. Born on January 16th, year of the Dragon 11 life path. I have some motion on my social media, but still work at a warehouse. Should I just double down on social media?
You have a 7 and a dragon, that's Putin. And 11's great. And you're never gonna... There's no number that's gonna DM me and say, should I double down on social media? You're never gonna hear Zherka say no. Okay? Like, I'm like, my brother makes great money, but I'm like, you should be on YouTube tripling that, you know? I'm trying to get him in there.
$5. Every time I watch these streams I feel like I have the IQ of a dog. No meat riding. I've never heard more wisdom from any mainstream speaker. How do you get into a flow state like this and clear brain fog?
Read books. When you're reading books, you're not downloading the information, you're unlearning what you've already been taught. That's where you sound... That's when you start saying profound shit. It's like, you'll never see a clip of me where I sound like a TikTok advice channel. Because it's like from the heart. See, now it sounds like TikTok. I'm talking from the heart, bro. I ruined it right there. My first gay clip. But you know what I'm saying, right? Like, you know your ancestors and everything in your unconscious and collective unconscious. You know that everyone has... Any human can tap into genius for 2 weeks, a month. Some people can yank it. Tesla yanked it to, what was it, 80% of his life since 11 years old. Yeah, you have it in you, but why ancient Egyptians and all these ancient cultures the state would mandate thought in the correct way, meditation and all that thought loops, because the elites you up, bro. 99% of your thoughts are not yours because you learned it from social media. And your inner thoughts are genius, like literal ancestral DNA type. But they're clouded by that phone of yours, which is, it's like scrying. Was this scrying? Scrying? It's a black mirror, your phone. It's a crystal ball, but it's a mirror. And it's going to send you into delusions. And, I know this hurts my paycheck severely, but even bigger than going to God, watch me get a bunch of hate for saying this. Get off social media. That's more important than... There's so many guys who are scrolling through a nude feed while they have God in their heart. And, dude, I'm telling you, you're not winning that fight ever. You're never going to win that fight. Like, because here's why you can't get off social media is then you don't have a social life. But a normal person gets off social media and goes to his friend group. So that's the tricky part. Or if you get paid off social media, right? That's even trickier. But yeah, I think step one, you should just look in your history and see how much, like everyone who's ever hired me, the part where they want to cry is not me saying anything mystical. It's when we're just unsubscribing from every single channel. And they look in my eyes and they go, how come you're not looking at which channels, John? Like, you're not looking to see what kind of content. What if it's good Christian content? I go, no, unsubscribe from all of it. Because it's not serving you right now. So that means it's not working. Just go to 0. And then they go, okay, what should I subscribe to? I go, unsubscribe from me too. And they go, what? I'm like, yeah, you came to me because it's not working for you. You idiot. And they're like, okay, how do I watch your... Well, if you need to watch me, you can always click on my channel. But you're not getting notified by me. You're not watching all my shit. You have a lot of time on your hands now. You're at 0. So as soon as their social media status is at 0 clickbait content, so they just get a normal feed on YouTube algorithm that they don't fuck with. That's the healthy part. And then we 0 their thoughts. So we train you to go, I don't need that, I don't need that, I don't need that. And you're always going to 0, right, for all your thinking process. And then if it's what you want to do, your dreams, you stay on that thought. And you keep building that. You get tired, go eat a meal. Get distracted. Nope, I don't need that. And then don't go back to working on your dreams. Just rest. And then go back to your dreams. But you never actually go back to... I don't know why people are so afraid to be addicts about drugs. You should be afraid of social media addiction. That's... Like, who are you if you unsubscribe from everything? You're nobody. So that means you're the fakest person on earth because you have a sense of persona identity from the streamers that you're laughing with. No, the streamer's making a joke. You're not individuating at all. I am, but you're not. Like I'm going up Jacob's ladder and you're watching me go up the ladder. Isn't this a one-sided transaction, bro? So... And people are like, I swear to God, my whole life, every 2-3 weeks, I unsubscribe from every single channel that helped me, and I get new channels. Why? Because those were my February channels. Now it's March. And if I didn't soak up the info, then I can't go back. It's over.
Rotten Aquid donated $5. Yo, you brought me back to God. Jesus is king. I've been seeing 28 every day and the time multiple times. Does that mean anything?
It means you crave wealth. Well, I'm not going to tell you. The meaning comes from you. It doesn't come from me. Right? Like 28 to a wealthy person means something else to them. And you shouldn't look for signs. That's like very stupid. It's not black magic. It's just stupid and low IQ. Synchronicity is a feeling, it's sensation, it's intuitive, it'll hit you. So if you're seeing 28 everywhere, what does that mean? Clearly it means nothing because you're asking what does it mean? when you get hit by something that's meaningful, you feel it. So you go, Zherka, 28, I saw it and I felt this and it reminded me of this. Yeah, that's the meaning. I don't know what the 28 means for you, right? What does Latina fat ass mean to you versus to me? To me, it's like something I'll have in the summertime. To you, you have that thought in you January, February, every month of the year. So to you, it's your God. To me, it's like a weekend in the summer, right? Is reality shifting real? There's nothing else. There's nothing else that I know to be real except that. That when your consciousness expands even slightly, that Ferrari is just next to you. It's your friends though, but you have better friends. And then your consciousness expands one more time, and now it's your Ferrari. And it's weird, bro. It's... Yeah.
Bird Rodeo donated $5.
How are we doing?
What's your favorite method to reprogramming your subconscious? I don't really listen to music, audiobooks, but what else is best?
I like to do imposter syndrome. So when I had 1 year of imposter syndrome and I got really dark, I got really toxic, and I went back to some stupid. But imposter syndrome is the most healthy thing you can go through. Like, Zherka loves rap music, but only listens to Beethoven and feels like an imposter all day. Yeah, but this Zherka's making more than every kick streamer, and he streams once every 2 weeks. Like, kick streamers on my level, I'm saying. You know? Like, I... Citrus. You know what I mean? And he's close to the money. He's close to the job. You know what I mean by that? And people are like, yeah, but Zherka used to do 22 hours streaming every day. I don't stream. And I'm beating that Zherka. Every year you guys watch me, I'm a better Zherka, more rich, better looking, more... That's someone going up the ladder. And I don't know how streamers have the same paycheck year after year. I haven't had 1 year where my paycheck doesn't triple, ever. And if it does, I'll lose my... Not anymore now. Because now I know that there's plateaus that you have to be passive on, not active. If you're active on plateaus, you lose your mind a bit. And it's greedy too, right? You don't want to deal with avarice as you're going up, because that never ends. That's like lust. You know, you don't want to deal with lust because it never... Heel Mike will pipe 1,000. Is he satisfied? Is he... No. His thirst is actually growing more. The desire doesn't stop inflating just because you nutted. Okay, that hole needs to be filled with something. That's why there's no better feeling than your career is saving souls. So I found God because of you. Well, I'm getting rich because you're saying that, bro. Thank you. But I'm also doing one thing correct. Thank God. And you know what I mean? That's balancing. That's so healthy for me. I can't imagine having a career like the rest of the world, where they go to bed and they don't have one email like that. They just go to bed like, oh, I sold a car. Like, well then, no, don't do that. But you know what I mean? Like, yeah. Also, it gives me room to be stupid. I don't beat myself up when I'm stupid because I go, at least I'm saving souls. Like when the chat hasn't saved one soul, I'm probably like, I probably saved 100,000 plus souls in 1 month. You know how hard that is to do?
Adamo3 donated $5.
Holy Spirit,
you reminded me of a mix between Hunter S. Thompson and Jordan Peterson. What is your opinion on those two?
I don't know Hunter too well, but as much as Jordan Peterson's so healthy for your psyche, man. I don't like to say the individualistic thinking is everything, because that's a little Andrew Tate and hustler culture and his little but you compare someone like Tate to Peterson, and bro, why are we pretending Peterson didn't expand all of our consciousness together? Like when he came out, it was like, you know, he's great. I love Peterson. I don't like the book that much. The Sit Up Straight book.
Jesus is Lord donated $5. It seems I can only remember the end of my dream. Since you're interested in dreaming, do you like the movie Inception? Tips to start dreaming more. It seems I only can dream like once a week.
the number one thing you can do for that is, what is your routine before bed? If you're not ridding yourself of anxiety before bed through a system, have you ever slept flexed? Like half your body's tense? That's not sleep, dude. You're hurting your money doing that. I'm telling you, I don't care if it takes you 10 minutes or 2 hours, you need your brain at zero when you're going to bed. And that means one look at your Twitter before bed, even on low brightness, will spike it to 1,000. And it'll take you another hour to take it to zero. So this is the most frustrating thing if you're not doing it correct. So, yeah, sleeping tense means you're on your phone before bed. And here's your best sleep you've ever had. You went to a lake house with your family. Everyone had fun. They were playing in the water. You got tired in the water. You guys go back, have some marshmallows, and you touch your bed and you go to bed. You don't look at your phone. That kind of vacation sleep. That's how your whole life should be. And I spent 29 years of my life doing it wrong. So you're not behind. I think I just started doing this right last year. Well, not even we'll look at last year. We'll say last few months, because last year I was doing it right half the week, which is so horrible. Yeah, shout out Myron, and I love Hushmans. Yeah, they're real as fuck. They're the only people I watched religiously. Like, they're awesome. Do you ever do dopamine detoxing? Yeah, I mean, I haven't been to LA or Miami in months, and that's where like my life gets colorful.
Donated
right?
$5. Please don't pretend the dating course will get you money for the next 20 years. Save whatever you get from it now, and play it safe for when you grow old. The more you pretend money will always come, the more you will f yourself up for.
What are you? Bro, last year I could do 10K viewer streams and I wouldn't make money like today with these lower viewers. Like, money will always come to people who know what they're doing, because money is just energy. That's all it is. If you know how to manipulate energy, you're golden, right? And how do you manipulate energy? Don't do it. Start with manipulating yourself. That's an energy source. And then you're a magnet. Dude, money is valves. You turn a couple of valves and it starts flowing. Then you go back to your old habits and it stops. Then you turn them back on and they're flowing. And a smart man just turns on valves and keeps them open, and they all doing something, and he just stays in his higher self and doesn't go back to being an idiot. That's it, right? But yeah, money is super healthy. If you're not making money in life, you're with the devil, 100%. Okay? Like when the Bible says you have to sweat from the brow, who the doesn't get paid from sweating from the brow? What?
The Eagle donated $5. Before I go to sleep, I sleep in the state I desire to be in, and doze off into that feeling, and I make sure to wake up in that state.
Dude, if you're waking up on edge, you're doing everything wrong. It's very simple. Okay? I'm not saying getting out of bed is easy. You know? Mornings suck for everyone, for most people. Like, who hates the morning time? It takes like an hour to roll out of bed and But the point is, you get it done. Because there's guys who stay in the bed till they're sweaty. If you're staying in bed till you're sweaty, you just can't get up, you're like stone, that's severe depression. That's... Yeah.
Willie Bouncebin donated $5. Tips for jawline maxing.
Someone in chat said it recently about, like, because I don't give fake advice. Like, I don't know what the mewing is and stuff. Like, I don't even buy into it that much. So I don't really answer questions like that. But someone in chat said, Zoomers don't eat hard foods. And I'm like, oh my God. That is so true. You know what I mean? Like, I can't think of cheese. I think of cheeser drinking yop. Or you guys don't know what that is. Like, they like their yogurts, and I like the yogurt too, but You know how much red meat I've had in my life? Like, I I have never had a week without like 4 steaks, which is not good. It actually ages you if you look into it. But we're talking about jaw. I've had a lot of hard things in my. What are we talking about? What is your take on low vibrations or high vibrations? It's always balancing them. So people with low vibes need to go high, not high, and people with high vibrations gotta be like me. Like I have very high energy, and then if I balance it out and talk to make a few business calls with my team, everything goes up. Oh, but if I stay high, high vibration, I'll do it myself, and that's working too many hours. Like, no, if you're working a ton of hours and you're making a ton of money, you're killing creativity. And creativity is like you make one good album, that's $10 million. Like, there's work and projects in between work. That's how life goes, right? So for like a book, Zherka does these streams. The good stuff I say gets clipped up. It gets stored in a file that gets put into a book in bullet form with the real thought that I'm trying to express. And that's how the book is made, right? And then I make up 20 mil off that book.
DDG_representative donated $5. As a Destiny fan who'd been watching you since 2018, I'm proud of the numerology grift for easy money. I remember when you told Sneeko you only do it cause it makes you a lot of money.
True.
Top G.
True. But that's not where most of my money comes from. It's from manipulation and dating. Numerology is just, like most people who sign up $500 for a call with me, they go, okay, thank you for the hidden numbers. That's cool. I just want the law of attraction, but paint it for me. Don't give me no bullet form, this is what you do. Paint it for me. And so then I'll begin with the highest level manifestation. You know that word, the gay word? The highest level law of attraction is a poet. Because if you guys say, I have a Ferrari, that didn't bring a picture to anyone's head. But if you say there's honeydew dripping off the V8 of my brand new Ferrari, now that image in your head that went from shadow to form, that is how you manifest. That's why these poets would be like Shakespeare level famous, because everyone knows what they're doing with that kind of a mind. That's why poets, they say, are the closest to understanding God, because they can literally do God, the imagination God gave them, justice. And remember, Floyd Mayweather doesn't believe in God and stuff, but he holds on to the imagination that he's number one. And God rewards him and says, hey, if that vision's that clear to you, you deserve it. That's how it works. Like, you don't have to be with God to get blessings from God. It's just this 100% certain way is. Your actions can be towards, let's say you want to take care of your family and stuff. You think God's not going to notice that in Floyd? No, he's going to notice that in Floyd. Like, what do you think? It's just about, what is this Protestant preaching, bro? You think it's just you saying it? Zherka, would you take a mic? Or would you take a beating like Mike? No, bro. Bro, what are you talking about? Is that what you want me to say? Destiny's opposite. Destiny's ruled by a thing that rules over me like for a month of the summertime. Like I pipe some bitches and I do what Destiny does. But he's ruled by it year round. Like, if Destiny doesn't have the idea of piping a chick in his head, he doesn't do a 12-hour stream. He's perfect at sexually transmuting energy. Because he just does the treat. If I do a 12-hour stream, I can go to her house, just finish it, stay on top, stay on. That's exactly how nerds should go. Like, if you're more nerdy about it.
Rotten Aquid donated $5.
Yeah.
Do all dreams have a deeper meaning, and how do you go about interpreting them? I had a dream where I shot an old friend after he shot at me first, but I still called an ambulance for him. Also, any book suggestions and how do I book a numerologist?
Yeah, you didn't shoot your friend, you shot yourself. Because in most of the characters in your dreams are going to be you fighting you. So you should look into that. But it's not the meaning you want. It's you want dream amplification. So what we do is you tell me everything you saw in the dream and we amplify it. Because you have to get all the pieces and the image starts coming back to you. You just want to amplify the dream. You don't want to actually know the meaning. Like, well, you want to, but you're not going to actually have the meaning. You just want the amplification. That's the symbols. That's all you need. Symbols is how you can go into that world of forms in your head, that imaginative kind of, that I'll call it it's ritualistic because it's play, right? What you play with happens. What you will does not happen without play, you know? Like I play with my money and it comes into it comes in spades, or I can do a 20-hour stream and it can come to me it has a bottleneck. It has there's a restriction there, busting my ass, right? So now I choose like, okay, I can do 4 hours of work, 2-hour break, and the break is play. I'm playing with imagination. And you should see my team, Dead Hex and Diminish. All I do is predict the jumps. I'm like, we're going to go up 2K this week. Then we're going to go up 10K next week. And then all my predictions go correct because I know how much time it takes. Well, I don't know. I'm guessing.
Donated $5. This really thinks the plane is going to blow up on the way to Miami because of the dragon your enemy.
No, Eclipse. Eclipse is why I think it. I watched a Boeing video and now I'm terrified. The door came off and I'm terrified. Someone opened the
$5. How do you check your star chart, planet alignment during your birth date? Is there a particular website? Also, could you give a brief explanation on each of the planets and their meanings if they are present during your birth?
There's only 3 things you check for, and 99%, I'm not even being sales guy right now, bro. 99% of astrology on YouTube, I swear they talk about just get into sidereal Vedic. There's the only guys that can give you at least 5% of what you need to know. Everything else it's off, and it's not even geocentric, so they're really off. And number 2, the planets are different. Like an idealistic version of myself would be like a Kim Kardashian first house Neptune. So I have that. But for me, it runs delusion too, because it rules the imagination and the unconscious, and it's spiritual. That's why when I talk about God, everyone comes here. But if another streamer talks about God, it's kind of like they're talking about God with Mercury in the first house. It's like very logical and thinking and it's stupid, right? But yeah, there's only 3 things you check for, and the things that are conjunct or opposite. And like I only look for the big stuff. A good one would be like Connor's got a Jupiter in his identity house. That's money. Jupiter brings you
$5.
money.
My ex broke up with me 5 months ago, and I can't escape her out of my mind. I want to forget her ass. Sometimes I even have dreams of her. I distract myself by doing good habits, gym, my purpose at
Yeah, you're never going to get her back because you want her back. But your want is building the world that you don't have.
Donated $5. Stop living in fear and come to Miami. Going to rip the door off the plane.
Just relax, bro, because let me tell you this, bro. I'm gonna live in Miami. Like when I'm there, I'm never leaving, so I'll be there for the rest of my life. Like you're gonna get bored of it, trust me. You're gonna get bored of Miami as well. Like it's not like I'm coming back here, you know. So just relax, bro. Also, these streams are better for you, bro, because you're still a watcher. You just watch to be entertained. That means you're numbing yourself to something you're running from. You should probably learn something. Pick up a pencil like hundreds of thousands of other people who changed their lives watching my shit. You don't want to be that part of chat. Because we are bored. I'll tell you this, dude. Only women get bored. Like, how can you be bored in God's world? Like, you're like a... You're bored. So turn the channel off, bro. This is like the self-help network. One in the chat if I should never stop helping my chatters. Because, dude, there's very few people living out their dream life. You know, like a Hollywood celebrity can't say what they want. That's not the dream life that they want. You know, I'm getting both worlds. Celebrity status, saying what the I want. You know? And ban that guy, bro. Just ban him. You're getting negative, bro. Easy, my king. You gotta go. Okay? And your mom's a... Okay? She's a... And we spit on your... chat. There you go. Yeah. Manifest the spit off. Yeah, been watching me for years. Yeah, Jon Zherka thinks you're... Thank you for watching me for years. I like the money. Look, now the whole chat is saying your mother's a... That is a lot. And you know what's funny? Even God thinks your mother... That's what's funny. Or else why did he speak it through me? I'm kidding. This is way too... Jesus Christ. Where the am I going with that? I'm possessed by God right now? And I'm kidding. Yeah.
Thijachi donated $5. I don't want her back. My life was good before I met her.
Cope.
I just want to be back to where I was. High vibrations. I was a magnet in attracting all the good in my life.
Chat, does he want her back? You wouldn't bring her up to me if you didn't want her back. And dude, step one of wanting someone back in your life is you're putting out in the quantum field that you don't have her. Which means the quantum field is going to change the matrix so you can't have her. That's so dangerous what you're doing, bro. Like, change your thinking, change your language, right? You already have her, she doesn't have you. That's what's happening here. Jesus. And bro, honestly, I don't have sympathy. If you don't have abundance of girls texting you, you've set up your life wrong, right? Like, no girl can give me stress. Like, John, I'm just gonna leave you. And I go, don't leave me, because then I'll start smashing every phone. And they go, what? I go, yeah, like, keep me normal. And they go, why? And I go, I get lonely. And they go, what the f-? I'm like, yeah, I'm very lonely. And they go, okay, maybe we can work on our problems, Sean. I go, thank you. Don't want to be back to whores. I like having one girl to, be around. But now think of it like this. If I didn't have, she would literally just leave. She'd be like, oh, I'm not going to stick around with this guy. Like, what the... So, give me your number one advice on losing weight. Practical stuff would be fast until late at night, so you're not spiking your insulin and being hungry, and the hungers go away very quickly. Within a few days, you'll be used to fasting. And then step two, if you eat 300 grams of protein as your first meal versus 300 grams of carbs, which is cereal, so steak or cereal, you can finish that cereal in 20 seconds, and that steak's going to take you a while. So why don't you start with that steak and have a protein shake before every meal, because your stomach will turn into concrete. You can't have 3 scoops of protein before every meal and actually finish the McDonald's. It's really hard. You'll be like, ugh. So fill up your stomach with that high percentage of 1 gram per pound body weight protein, and then also add maybe a peel of an apple. So that's high fibrous. So high protein, high fiber, activity, and you're on your way with fasting.
Iuv Jesus donated $5. Hey Zherka, is the reason why you call yourself part of karmic retribution? The belief that you have to admit what you are in order to get away with it? Is that also why you wear the Masonic symbol?
No, I'm not. Does I sound like I'm lying right now? Yeah, it's more of a middle finger to society. I'm like an outlaw, bro. I don't. You tell me I can't talk about murder, and I'll start talking about murder. That's who I am. That's my nature. Haven't you watched me before? I literally do what you tell me I can't do. Because yeah, someone with me there, but no, I've never been a. I mean, you know the people I date. I think I've dated one 18-year-old, and that's it. Now, if I only dated very young, it's not the smoking gun, but you definitely build a case. Yeah.
Rotten Aquid donated $5. What's your thoughts on Robert Greene? Is he a or is he spizzin'? Seems like his books are best for developing a certain type of ego. Is that even a thing?
I don't know anything about that, but Neville Goddard's good for the kind of stuff you're looking for. That's a good start. Yeah. Karmic Retribution, though, I'm sure I've done it, but not for that stuff. Maybe
He's
I've
donated $5.
subconsciously done it.
Best way to suppress appetite? Bro, I am constantly craving and I can't help it. I've spent $700 this week on Five Guys already. Please help.
You should probably talk to your doctor, because these people who have binge eating disorders, you don't have a binge eating disorder. For example, there's something that there's a trauma in your life that's making you do this kind of neurotic impulsive behavior. And for example, if you stop doing the Cheetos, you'd replace that dopamine hit with Coke. So a Coke addict is the same as an obese person, and an obese person is the same as a Coke addict. It's just you want more and more and more. And therapy is way more effective than trying fad diets. But also, it's like when you appeal to your higher self, you're gonna disassociate the taste of food with something good. You're gonna associate it with being a fat slob, and that higher self, you can do anything. That's Goggins, bro. But you gotta unpack some of your.
Donated $5. Jesus is God. Born on the 7LP7 Virgo, Tiger. Bro, do I go to the gym at night then if I want to fast? I'm trying to be more outlaw. Should I do boxing?
Well, didn't you say you want to lose weight? No, go to the gym fasted while your hormone profile is higher. And the whole point of fasting is that if your eating window is you can only eat for 4 hours a day, that cuts a lot of calories weekly. So your net calories weekly is like, for skinny guys will be like, I eat all the time, but they're just eating a lot on Monday and Tuesday, and then they don't eat for the rest of the week. Weekly, that's what matters. So if you're calorie shaving, fasting is a good way to 1 hour window would be great. Yeah, I like one meal, but I think you should start with like a more realistic window, because yeah. Another thing is you need a career and social life, because have you noticed a lot of you guys that I talk to tell me when you guys were social before COVID, you weren't eating that much? Like, if you have a career and people to talk to, you forget about food. They're filling your dopamine in other ways. You know what I mean? So it's like your loss of self is the first thing you should address, like who you were. Because, yeah. Yeah. Or you could do what Derek from More Plates, More Dates does, right? What does he recommend for you binge eaters? I forgot what it's called, but he has a ton of clients in the comments who say he's really good at that. Derek's really good.
Chachi donated $5.
But I don't want to do fitness.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's actually the best advice. I didn't even think about what I was doing to the quantum field by my thinking. In all aspects of life.
The way he says it. Yeah. Yeah, if you're ever beating yourself down, it's why you're a loser. Like, look at immigrants who make it in the West when they come to America. They have I am already a genius. I am a millionaire. I just don't have the money yet. I am. Right? And you look at immigrants who don't make it in life, I just don't have. I got another parking ticket. I got thinking. Yeah. Yeah.
Zillow donated $5. You're right, when I was playing football for high school and was going to parties and hanging out with friends, I completely forgot about food and was actually in shape.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially women. Like, if you're around chicks, your dopamine goes, damn, I kind of want her to pet me. But if you're around the, like, cheeseburgers, you go, that burger better pet me, you know? I can do it all. I've been a skinny, a fat, I can do it all. So I get, but it's all different psychic frames. It's not really, like, for example, never work out again. I have a client who can never work out again, and I can get him lean, right? If I focus just on his mindset, the diet will get him there. You know, like, it's not, that answer of go to the gym is not real. Don't go to the gym. Don't fix your diet. Don't do anything till you fix your mind. Once you're appealing to your higher self, the food choices become a lot easier, and the training becomes a lot more fun. And this is vision work. You have to, if you're not seeing a vision, the molding isn't going to happen. You're not going to have that kick in your mind that goes, actually, go leaner, go leaner. And the guys who are really good with their minds, they get six packs and they go, I need 15 more pounds to lose. That's a solid mind. That mind is turning into stone at that point. And then for them, I'd usually look at their money. I'll be like, actually, you're losing, like, monthly. You're making less because of this six pack you're obsessing over. So that means you're not going to hold that six pack. Because if you're losing one way, it's going to bounce. You got to find the equal.
Do half of Prime donated $5.
Bro.
You should make a guide to manifesting. What type of stuff do you do to manifest? Believing you deserve it. Writing it down. What else?
Yeah. Here's some basics from my clients, but thinking, intuition, feeling, and sensation. These are the elements of earth, air, fire, and water. Not in that order, though. I'm not going to tell you. This is your first, the first symbols you play with in your mind, right? So with the zodiac, there's different signs that, well, you probably know. Like, for example, I genuinely think you guys are all the thinking type. Most of you guys are the thinking type, and the guys who have channels, you guys are probably the feeling types. You know, like, you have all of them, but most of the chat overthinks. Am I crazy? That's why they're chatters. And that's like the number one issue. So if your mind is overthinking a lot, it's avoiding play. And that's a big no-no. Your mind has to go to play. It can't be played like you're playing, what's that called? Roadblocks or whatever you guys do. Play means play with, your imagination. Like, you gotta see what you're trying to build. So that's manifestation, is just play. That's why the Queen and King of England hold the scepter and do that ritual, is they're doing it on a higher plane. Like, it's like a ceremonial magic what they're doing, but it's a magnet towards what they're trying to do. And that's also why in the Bible it says the heavens, like, the kingdom for the child brain, like the play brain. I can do anything. And the Bible says, you want it, it's yours. Believe you already have it. So that's step one, right? And that's also why God introduces himself as I am, as in do it yourself. And he's gonna, it's like a gas station. Like, he's gonna send you the fuel and you're gonna do the rest. But all good is done through God, right? All bad in your life is you perverting the good. So yeah, basically we go over intellect, feeling, amplification, and motion of thought. You want to molecularly change your thought from thinking to feeling, or feeling to thinking is the more dangerous one. But this is how you play with the idea of, oh, I am successful. And as soon as you see the vision in your head and hold on to it, you'll know the one that's real, because you'll actually hear your head say, I am successful. And then boom, your journey started. Your habits are going to change over time, and usually within less than 7 days, you're going to let go of it and take a break. And now you got to start from beginning. So you've lost. Because people are like, I think about manifesting all the time. Yeah, but that's not play. Your imagination is not thinking, it's play. That's how it creates. Like your imagination played into your divorce, right? When you picked up a girl, you were playful with her. That's how you magnetically got her. It's not you didn't think so hard. No, thinking is like your tool, right? And then the tool starts owning you when you're overthinking. We go over that. We go over faith, and then the most important one is second nature. You do something 28 days, it cracks into second nature. That's subconscious. So if you could be positive for 28 days straight, which is a lot harder than it looks, bro. This is a whole moon, bro. But if you can do that, everything you're doing becomes second nature, and then it gets amplified the next month. Yeah, and then you'll hit me up, Zherka, I for 3 days I was negative. Well, you lost. It's over. Don't come to me anymore. You lost. I don't even want to help you anymore. If you can't do 28 days, why the would I restart with your I know so many guys who went through so much and they did 28 days straight and had good results. You lost. Or the worst is the guys who will lose when it's second nature. This is horrible, bro. That's a failure. Yeah. Like if you watch all my streams in 2024, it's like best year ever. It's all the same energies. This guy, right? Because this is the winning energy. But I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I do get like the tail starts to wag, and I go, I want to go faster. And no. Faster is middle path always, right? Yeah. I could retire my parents. They got money though. They love to work.
Let's go, pal. I'm making a withdrawal.
In Canada,
Jachi donated $5. I like reading Neville Goddard's work. He really brought me closer to the Bible by incorporating scriptures into his work about manifestation.
Yeah.
My favorite book is Out of This World. Mark 11:24 asks to believe it's...
I worry about that because everyone who gets into Goddard's work, I've noticed that they fail miserably because then they're so hooked. They're so hooked on his work that they go to other practices. And dude, 99% of the manifestation market is like single moms selling you books on Amazon. They're you. That's why I say Goddard and Carl Jung is the best way to deal with psychic processes. You know, these are the guys, because Jung's going to tell you the issues, how to spot for them, and Goddard's going to tell you the ideal higher self. So this is a good. Well, Jung's a little complicated for you guys because if you don't understand all the terms, it can get very weird. So you should understand self, unconscious, anima, shadow, everything, right? Yeah. Zherka would be blue pill without his dad in life. Yeah, I actually think that, yeah. I feel like people without dads are always like, have you noticed that? Like people who grew up without dads are always...
Rotniquid donated $5. How the f*** you retain so much of what you read? Is it the drawing? I've been highlighting what I read so I'm consciously reading. Is that a good tactic?
No, I do it in a hypnagogic state. So I do it in between consciousness and unconsciousness. So I play with thoughts. I don't read when I'm like... I'll read with a coffee, but if I'm not learning, I stop. I don't take a break. I leave it alone until it goes back to play. But most of my learning is done in between wakefulness and sleep, like the Tesla method. And I have a method for that that's really detailed for my guys. And yeah, I can't say that word. But yeah, I used to do it. I had no idea how much I used to do it when I was bouncing. But all random topics, kind of random. Should have been one topic.
Donated $5. My 7 ass, I live in my head, bro. What could I do to break it in social situations?
What? 7?
I treat it like a job, like you said when I was single. Is it possible now that I'm in a relationship?
Well, I don't get the question. What did he say? 7, I heard? You can't fully grow from a broken starting point. There is no health, bro. Every human is broken, bro. Like, there's no healthy starting point. Like, check this out. This is the white pill. This is gonna motivate the shit out of you. If you've been a loser for 30 years of your life, you have so much unconscious packing you can do that will leapfrog everyone else. You can tenfold surpass people because there's so much psychic content you haven't released. Plus, it's charged over that many years of you being a loser. So that's why if you look at most inventors and geniuses, 55 years old, then they make $1 billion, right? You look at most geniuses in high school, they're nobodies today. So, yeah, if you're a loser for 40 years of your life, hit me up because you've got, I want to take percentage off you type. Yeah, it's just those habits are strong to break. If you've been a loser for 40 years, you're probably really stuck in your ways type. Stuck in the dirt. So, yeah. Okay, we'll wrap it up soon. How do I improve focus when studying? Just study without caffeine as long as you can for as many hours, and then incorporate coffee. I don't ever, well, I always have a coffee when I'm studying, so no, don't do that. Stretch it. Stretch your regular psychic ability, right? Oh, I can do this. I'm awake. I can do this. I'm learning. Stretch that. It's kind of also with feeling good. If you feel good, don't take coffee. Don't have a cigarette. Don't have nothing. Stretch to feel good as long as you can, right? So if your buddy offers you a drink but you feel really good, no. Hey, we'll have shots, but not right now. In 15 minutes, stretch it. 15 more. 2 hours pass, and then you only have one drink at night. But yeah, because a lot of times you're in a good mood and one coffee spikes your anxiety, or alcohol ruins you, and it's like, dude, you have to always, every second, be checking the moment. Be like, am I good? Oh, good. Let's not get off that vibration, because I can play a rap song and your goodness can shift. I can play Beethoven, your goodness could last. But the whole point is holding the goodness. Like, I won't even play Beethoven if I feel good. When I get a little, I haven't done enough today, then I'll let's get the harmonics against the fuck. Let's get some Beethoven going in this house. And it really works. Really works, yeah. But the whole thing is coaching yourself through your higher self. He's chilling with God, bro. He's not even real. He's just smiling and waiting for you to fulfill his mold. So that guy should be checking in on you, and you know.
Let's go, pal. I'm making a withdrawal.
Yeah.
Giordani
Lana Del
donated
Rey's
$5. John,
evil.
there's a video of Trump and his wife looking at the eclipse. Wouldn't his hermetic mage have told him not to look at it?
Dude, we're in such a material world that the last people who will listen to advice are the egos like Trump, right? I know Trump had a Kabbalah teacher, so I know. But Trump's the kind of guy that'll stare at an eclipse and say, I have perfect karma, and I'm going to make a wish on this mother. You know? Or if you had sex during the eclipse, you're in for some weird that girl. I guarantee you. Yeah, because that's sex is spiritually. That's who you're married to in the spiritual plane. If you're Fresh didn't do that. How do you know that? Yeah. Okay. Should we wrap it up? One more question. Let's get out of here. I need to sleep. I was supposed to sleep, but I want to unpack this so Mike doesn't hit up Diddy and go, let's party again tomorrow. Type guys flood Mike's DMs and get him right. Yeah, I'll check my Twitter messages. Just say serious inquiry and we'll fill you up. And I've got so many people I got to do, bro. Do you believe in what Rudolf Steiner is talking about? Yeah, a lot of things. I had my mentor started me with Steiner, and it was too hard. But now it's starting to look a lot. Now I'm starting to connect dots. So a lot of it, yeah, he's spot on. But I've never read an author and said I believe the whole thing, unless it's the Bible. But I'm not going to lie to you. I genuinely believe most of the Bible is under the Vatican. Like, I feel like we have some versions of the Bible, and you know, I feel like obviously we have the meat and potatoes, which is good. You can't stop that, but yeah, monkey, no, not tonight, guys. I mean, like, I shouldn't be doing it before bed anyway, because I'm very toxic on that. I have some. It takes me a while to get up. Bro, you only have this much emotional energy in a day if you're a businessman. You could spend that rapping a song in your car. And you got to guard that energy, bro. This year, next year, and every year after that, you guys got to win in life a percentage of my wins, and you'll be golden. Right? Because women hate you, and you suck, and you make no money. And me saying that to you isn't making you guard yourself. That's horrible. Right? Like, you guys immediately go, no, you, Zherka. You're supposed to say, nah. You're not supposed to actually fight me. So you're never going to win that. You're my chatter. If you're my chatter, I'm better than you in every single way. Every single way. Your ancestors lose to my ancestors.
Donated $10. When is your interview with Alex Jones the show?
I don't know. No, being born 21st or 23rd or 22nd, they're all charged, bro. Those are good numbers. Those are good numbers for the stuff you guys are into. You guys are into what I'm into. Yeah. Yeah, I'll always maintain 22 is the strongest number, bro. Because 22 is all in gematria. If you look at the gematria, 2 is 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. If you're seeing 2s, that's bringing you the diversity, balance, and the scales of winning and losing. So that's... Because 3-3 is more just winning, you know. You never see 33s ever, like, lose, really. Except the young Pharaoh guy, he's off his rocker. He's on drugs, I think. There's people who are on drugs, and it's like, yeah, it's Trainwreck's doing Adderall. You know, that's cute. He's fucking killing it in life. And then there's people like young Pharaoh on drugs, and it's like, bro, get off them, bro. Like, what the... Yeah, Trainwrecks is the reason I even found out what the Addy is, because I'm like, oh, he's taking prescription Addy? Remember when he said that to his community, and I'm like, he has a big business brain, bro. Like, you guys know him from Scuff Podcast, but that guy knows how to... I've never seen someone jump up layers in success like that. Financial layers that are... Dude, like, he's beaten journeys of success. Those are journeys. Where he's at in life, that's a journey. He has multiple journeys under his belt, bro. That's ridiculous. Like, just a couple of years ago, he was just regular streamer. It was crazy what he did. Yeah. I want to look at his chart. The training's got to have some hidden 28s in there. Is having 2 3s anything near 33? No, but Rocky, was it ASAP Rocky has 2 3s. So he's really can talk. That's really creative energy, bro. And I'll say this, bro. 3s sell better than 33s. 33s just get more influence. So, like, they have more potential. But 3s definitely talk their ass off. 33s don't. Some 33s don't sound... they sound intelligent, but... Like, Gary's 33 looks good on him because of the 7. The 7, like, he unpacks... The way Gary does a little 10-second TikTok short is actually very genius. Right? Like, keeps your attention. You know, Gary's, like, the only creator that I can actually turn on notifications and watch his shit. This is good shit. Like, entertaining. And you don't even have to buy into it. You could just... If I was like, I didn't even like this numerology stuff, I'd watch it because the way he packages it, right? He goes, you're a right to the camera, and then he adds what he's trying to do. Also, I like Gary's traps. You know, he put 2 sales traps you got to choose from, and you go, I'm not falling for you, Gary, and you choose his third option. That's the most expensive. He's good at what he does, bro. Like, you can't beat Gary. If you want info, he's gonna get you, bro. Like, you know. He's good. Yeah, Gary's like sales genius. Very likable too. He can surround himself with a bunch of people quickly. Like, that's hard for me. I was like, leave me alone, guys. Zherka, will you become numb to the hunger of fasting? Yeah, within a couple of days. Bro, if you're in the military and you don't sleep for a week because you're just in basic military qualifications like BMQ, you adapt to that too. If they don't feed you, you adapt to that too. 100 push-ups, you adapt to that too. That's what God made you, so you can adapt to anything. So why is a diet stopping you? Well, it's not a diet. Fasting is way better than that, right? Plus, even if you're not dieting, fast so you guys stop your aging process for 80% of the day. Some of you guys, some ugly mother. I gotta say, like, bro, like, imagine when you meet God and you guys go like, "Hey, I'm that ugly guy." And like, what? Fix that. Beauty is bigger than money. If a billionaire comes in a Bugatti and he has no jawline, you go, "Hey, Andrew Tate, why is looking at your face so funny? Something's missing." You know, like, and then God goes, "Damn, your soul got deformed down there. What the happened to you?" Yeah. And all ugly people are with the devil, right? The nicest people who have helped you in your life have symmetrical faces. They look a little cute. They look or very good looking, or they got something. Ugly people are nasty people you shouldn't even trust, right? Okay, there's one Ted Bundy that'll kill you from the good looking guys, but very few good looking guys are Ted Bundy, bro. You kidding? Like, there's no such thing as a good looking. The case always is that she got dumped by him and she called. There's never been a good. They all look like Diddy. They all look like Harvey Weinstein. There's never been a good looking Chad. Ever. You can even tell the girls who lie. Because you don't tell me about. How many girls did he. The girl goes, "Yeah, a lot of girls think he's creepy." No, how many did? Well, no, they think he's creepy. Why are you changing it? Did he when did he just, like, block you and go on to other girls? Every girl does this. No, I was his favorite. Don't talk like that. What the? You were his favorite? That's what you're holding on to? If you got never, you go, "I don't know." Dude, I'm telling you, Chads have is the biggest myth on earth. Right? I used to believe it too. I'm like, yeah, maybe. It's always the ugly guy throwing the frisbee in college that's not the dad, right? Because Chads look at Unconscious, a great movie. Okay, you just didn't understand it because you'd never had a black friend. Yeah, I thought it was a great movie. Same with Napoleon. Why did it get such people? Napoleon's the greatest movie I've seen in 10 years. It's a really good movie. I don't know what the we're talking about. Right? So a lot of short people watch that and related. We just gotta short people, man. Like, what? 5'5" and you want to pass genes to this unconscious woman? What? Are you crazy? Even if she's conscious and loves you, you're not allowed to mate. Okay? Not in this reincarnation cycle. To look at your 5'2" kids and say, "I got to pipe your ma. At least I got to pipe your ma. Right, I got to climb your ma." Dunkel? Or Dunkel is a grown man who cuts people's hair. Men's hair. And gossips for clout. Like, I get newsjacking, but gossiping? What the bro? And it's even weirder that he gossips when he's offline too. "Hey, Jon Zherka said this about me on stream because a chatter baited him." And it's like, bro. But Dunkel is feminine because his dad is in jail. Because his dad stole a plane or something. I forgot the story, and I don't want to use it against him, but I said it to his face. I was like, yeah, bro, you grew up with women. That's why you're obsessed with trying to make me look like a bad guy. All I did was platform you because I felt bad for you, because you really want to be an influencer. And it turns out, I mean, everyone has it. He'll make it one day. You just got to keep working at it. But this whole always talking about people, it's like, bro, give it a rest, bro. Like, we helped you, just thank us. Yeah. He needs to forgive his dad, you know? The person you hate, you become. That's why it sounds like their mom. They hate their mom. They're afraid of women. That's why people become the parent that yelled at them, don't cut your... And then they start going, don't tell me I don't have... And they become their parents. My dad's greatest advice was, oh yeah, you want to go do weak man beta male? Go do it and learn your lesson. Go do it. Be like the rest of them. And then I'd look at my peers. I'm like, yo, my dad's right. My friends are bro. Like, what the am I doing what they're doing? Right? You know what I mean? Like, everyone needs an inner voice that's fatherly that says, stop being a temperament too. Like, dude. It's like you guys filled with grudges. I've noticed this about chatters. If you love being in people's chats, what's up with the grudges, bro? You guys hold grudges over people I forgot about. Like, this girl said this about you, John, and what? That's not even your, like, relax, bro. I forgot she even existed. I actually took a on her throat last time I saw her. I didn't even think she's human. I don't even have any feelings towards that, and you're rebinding them. So you're reprogramming how I feel. Like, what? It'll never end. There's clout here for all of you guys then. You gotta draw the line somewhere, man. But yeah, other than that, Ice Poseidon's cool. And look, man, here's the thing. I know this is gonna get me banned and in trouble in the future, but 70% of people are actual. Like, they have the impulse. 85% of men who've had their played with once by a woman, all of them turn out to be closets. They probably don't do it, but they have the urge. All of them, bro. You don't know red pill players like I do, bro. If they're red pill channel and they give dating advice and stuff, and they're telling you that they like and all that, they're always, every time they're, well, you know, when I did this to me, John, I'm like, what the f***? You're red pill, bro. They won't say it on stream, but they all had their root chakra up. And bro, having those thoughts. Like, what? HS lets his friend watch him as... Bro, stop talking about this, because you're running imagery, bro. That's fun. Stop, bro. This is why I hate comment sections. You guys post like a BBC thinking it's funny on my Discord and shit. I'll delete my whole Discord if I open up one more funny joke. You think it's a funny joke. It's funny because it's a GIF in your phone that you look at, that you pull out. You look at it. You actually... That's what it is to look at. You look at that stuff. Okay? And the guys who find it extra funny are extra 100%. Like, and bro, check this out. I've never been around gays, but I don't even hang around potential. Like, I'm more afraid of potential gays because the gays just stay away from me. You know what I mean? Why did you act like a... Bro, I've acted like a psychopath. Hilarious. It's just not hilarious if you actually are. Right? Because that means someone... You got touched. You got violated, bro. You still got no virgin? Yeah, but they're ugly, bro. Like, one in the chat if you like nice, curvy, wet hoes. Water, skin, their skin like water. Their face like butter, but their body, bro. Butter face, but her body, butter face. Right? Like, one in the chat if you would want to pipe all the chicks that I've had. Like, one in the chat if you would want to be reincarnated as Jon Zherka. Yo, there's some cap ass niggas in this chat, bro. I swear to God, you guys would want to be reincarnated as me over Andrew Tate because he don't get genuine burning desire from his dream. His dream is, my dream's more chaos. I don't give a fuck about me. But man, you're jealous of Jack's relationship. McGinley actually loves me because she's like, wow, you don't like me. Like you're easy to be around. I'm like, yeah, you're not hot. Well, yeah, I've never been jealous of Jack's relationship. I just thought it was kind of, it raised some questions when he said he never piped. That was weird. Oh, guys, I forgot. Dude, I was going to do a tier list. I've never kissed and told. Like, I keep all these, all my past secret, all that. But I said, bro, they're not going to do shit for me. I might do a tier list on the best box I've ever had. And put all their faces and all the receipts and all that. I was thinking no one's ever done that stream because they can't do it.
Look,
no one can do
it. If you had to start again, amongst all the wisdom you've gained in your life, what's a few things you'd tell yourself that you'd hope would lead you to the knowledge you have now?
I just wish I wasn't alone for most of it. Things really started opening up when I got a little social, which is around 26. Yeah. Alone 20 to 25 is way longer of a feeling than any other age for some reason. Yeah. Alone at 28 is different than alone at 22, Like, yeah. Like, not being around friends now is kind of different, but damn, bro, I was talking to my brain, I was talking to my thoughts for so long. Been talking to myself forever, yeah. And how I wish I knew me better. That song hits, bro. Yeah. Because I never realized, even though I didn't cry, I was crying till 25. Just not physically. Like the inner child inside was like. So in a way, Raj and them are angels. It's like, you don't consider them friends, but you're spending 5 hours a day on stream with them. What woke you? Well, I swear to God, I'm not saying this for clickbait. I swear to God, look at me when I say this. I prayed on New Year's, and a month, 3 weeks, month later, I don't know, I bought a $300 PC after New Year's because the prayer was to do this YouTube. And some dude in the internet just reached out on Omegle and said, come to this show. And I was like, oh, synchronicity. I prayed for this. And then I had that feeling like I don't want to do it. And then it was so meaningful that I'm like, oh, that's the gate that I kept missing. I kept missing this gate. I never had this gate because I never even had a YouTube channel or anything. I didn't try. But I said, oh, that's my now or never, which was dangerous. If I didn't think it's now or never, I would have just done it more healthy. But I went hard. So,
Tiki Taki donated $5. How are you not a spellcaster? Every time I watch your streams at night I fall off the wagon and get depressed because lack of sleep, which leads to falling off the wagon.
You don't have to watch this. And plus, you're falling asleep. I'm not even that interesting. Just go to bed. Yeah, I'm just reminiscing. But yeah, God just gave me the gate. And I don't know if you're like me, but I'm the kind of guy that, like, let's say football. I can't play good football unless everyone's a beast. Then I play a lot better. But everyone, I do good under pressure. So that stream was
donated
Fire.
$5.
Raj
John the
Patel.
First DM'd you 18 times asking for a reading slot lol. You never respond to me on X sad face. I'm a 33 that got fired
Dude.
from engineering and I need advice.
Bro, I have over $21,000 I haven't read yet. So let me get these guys done first. Like, they're literally, I have their money. Like, that's scammer energy. I gotta read for a day tomorrow.
Let's go, pal. I'm making a withdrawal here.
Margarito Canales donated $5.
Everybody, please go check out Zherka Official at twitter.com/ZherkaOfficial.